Hello and welcome to all the men and women of the West. I'm Joe, and I know it's been a while since I last did one of these videos. It's been a stressful couple of weeks. I've been working on getting I've been getting into a lot of bureaucracy. It's been eating up all my time, and I've honestly not had time for video games. I've been barely been able to get videos out on time for a while, hence why I'm trying to segue into live streams because preparing the videos and whatnot takes up a lot of my time when I don't have much of that these days, sadly. Um, but this is gonna, things will soon change. Hopefully, I'll have a bit more free time in September. So until next time, until then, I mean, sorry, I'm exhausted. My brain's flicked off. Anyways, I've also been enjoying the videos of Grimdark Half Off when I'm mostly reading or writing. And the thing is, he is the finest Conan channel out there. His Conan content is just incomparable. I cannot recommend his stuff enough. It is just perfect. The quality of his videos are great. The depth he goes into the lore of Conan is incomparable. His knowledge and familiarity with the characters, the lore, and everything is incredible. Honestly, he's as knowledgeable in Conan and as passionate about it as Yoyston or Red Book are about Tolkien. And the interesting thing is, he provides the same kind of detailed analysis and intelligent arguments and examination of all the Conan lore that Red Book does. So he's doing a lot of the same stuff as Red Book, Yoyston, Girl Next Gondor, and even kind of doing maybe not live streams yet, but uh, certainly the same sort of. I think he's heading in the direction of doing the indie geek kind of thing with Conan. Quite frankly, he's someone I would love to do live streams with at some point. He is very polite, at least he has been towards me, though he's not exactly formal in personality like I can be. He's not shy at all. He has strong opinions, which, in a way, they strongly remind me very positively of Howard. He has that Texan pull yourself by the bootstraps kind of attitude. He has the view that um, every man and woman should be the masters of their own fate. That uh, that every society and culture and civilization has its own destiny. That it there should be a certain respect paid to individual societies and whatnot, but that well that we do need a touch of chaos in our individual lives, and that the barbarian, so to speak, the barbarian archetype of Howard is necessary not only in literature but to an extent in real life, in the context of that person who, like, say, Musashi, breaks the mold and oops and or let's say Napoleon, who breaks the malaise of a civilization to bring it to its height and restore its glory and a lot of the positives of the culture and of the country, so to speak. But that every civilization eventually comes to an end. Um, destroying itself in time and giving rise to new civilizations, or otherwise being reborn, like, say, in some way, shape, or form, such as how Rome and Greece, in a way, were both reborn into the Eastern Roman or Greek Empire, as I like to call it, or Byzantine Empire. It's got so many names. Let's not really get too stuck on that. So obviously, he's very intelligent. He's studied, I think, psychology, and he's, from what I understand it, very, like I said, very well read. But most of his knowledge comes from him being, like Howard, an autodidact. That is to say, self-taught. He and I have only spoken a few times. Very, very nice guy. He's listened to my channel, and he's complimented me in a few videos, so I was greatly pleased by that. With him and I kind of praising each other at a few points and just exchanging a few messages, sort of, mostly through his community chat and whatnot, and generally discussing Conan ideas, philosophy, characters, lore, and whatnot. So, as well as both of us having in common that we both love the Kevin Sorbo Cull movie and the Hercules Legendary Journeys show. So, our tastes are generally the same. He's also referenced Tolkien a few times. He is a fan of Tolkien, though he's not. I don't think he's going to make videos of that sort because there's a lot of competition. And his main fantasy passion is, well, Howard's work, and he's also a passionate fan of Lovecraft. I'm not terribly fond of Lovecraft, but I think he's planning some Hercules content, which, to be quite honest, Dan and I have been talking for months of doing that sort of thing as well. So the only thing that stopped us is we've not been sure we're big enough to dip our toe into that pond, so to speak. But let me know in the comment section or in the community section over at the main corner if you'd like to see some Hercules Legendary Journeys stuff. I've always been a fanboy of Greek mythology. I love Hercules. I was raised on that show, and if you're not a Sorbo fan, that's quite all right. I get it. Not everyone's gonna like Sorbo or all of the work he's done on Hercules or Cull, but the thing is, I'm of the mindset that, you know, I don't tend to think too much on who's playing what role, as long as, you know, the actor's good and charismatic and can do a great job. And I do think Sorbo did a great job with Hercules and Cull. But anyways, enough about that. The thing with Grimdark is, like I said, really nice guy. I tend to be more French and formal and a little timid, I'll admit. I don't like to make presumptions about other people, and I don't like getting involved in other people's messes or really stepping outside of my routine, so to speak. Grimdark has his own routine, but he's far more informal. He's got fantastic video quality, very nice guy. He's also into workout stuff. I think he's thinking about a workout channel, which, to be quite honest, I would follow. I'm not the most active workout guy. I mostly jog with my dog, and generally do weights every once in a while, but I'm not the most responsible on that side. I don't always take the best care of my body like that. Grimdark does, so I might, if he opens up that channel and if he ever watches this video and makes it to this part, I'd say go for it, buddy. Please do. I'll subscribe, and I'll definitely follow the workout routine more, because I think I do need to be healthier. Because if you need, I guess, like Asmongold said once, I should treat my body like a temple, but I treat it like a hotel. And I think that, well, I'm going to be moving for work soon, so it might be good for me to step into a new routine. So enough about that. But yeah, he's got a very, very impressive catalog of Conan videos. He's risen suddenly to 13K subscribers, which is freaking great news for us Conan tubers. It proves that, contrary to what some people have told me, Conan can sell on YouTube. There is a audience there, and honestly, every Conan tuber I know, including I think the second biggest, which is World of Conan, another great channel, have all been celebrating Grimdark's success. It is fantastic news that he's risen that high. I think he's going to make it to at least 100K. I pray he does. And he's already been able to turn this YouTube career of his, the success, into a part-time job for him. So that's great news. And I don't know, I'm really happy with his success. I love that he's successful. I love his videos, I love his channel, and I really respect him. Already, like, honestly, every couple of weeks, I go over, I comment in his community chat, and, you know, he replies and we talk a little. So, honestly, he's one of the YouTubers that I don't have the most direct contact to. Like, there's no Discord chat or Twitter that I can go message him and say, how you doing, buddy? Hey, like I can with the Tolkien tubers, or go to Instagram and chat with World of Conan like I have been doing lately. But honestly, I'm not gonna lie, I feel a very strong kinship with Grimdark, and we have joked that as I'm French and he's Texan, there's that natural bond that those our two cultures seem to have had since the 19th century or so, because, you know, Texas and France have their own unique kind of history, and it's been pretty cool. Like that, actually, quite a few of my friends from the US are from Texas, weirdly, but this is, or North Carolina, although most of my friends from the south of the US are, well, oh shoot, I gotta get rid of items. Well, most of my friends are actually, well, from the south, are either Asian or black. It just kind of happened. They were the ones who left for Japan when I did my exchange studentship. Very few of them remain in Texas, though, or Carolina. So he's the first one I know who's kind of stayed in Texas, and that's really cool. I'm a big fan of Texan culture. Texans, from what I've seen, are all boisterous, all bigger than everyone else personality-wise, and just generous to a fault. At least, I know it might sound weird, but that's been my experience. Maybe not everyone's. So, but yeah, he's someone I've been getting along with really well, and I would like to one day kind of work with, because, or at least live stream with as well. So, as he and I get along fairly well, and we share a lot of ideas, and what we've been doing is kind of sometimes going on each other, like watching each other's videos and doing, and kind of commenting, sort of. Like, he's made a video commenting on my content. I've done stuff where I comment on him. So there's been a bit of an exchange there. Today I released a video where I really did comment a lot on some of what he's been thinking, and it had been some stuff I had already been kind of thinking about. It's just he formalized, or maybe not formalized, but he kind of put together the thoughts in such a way that I was like, oh yeah, he crystallized my thinking. And it's not just about the philosophy. Um, he, Now, there's a lot of stuff I've been listening to that from him that has allowed me to fill out a lot of gaps in my knowledge of Conan, I will admit. And he's really gotten me more and more into wanting to explore more of Conan and read more. And I've been finding that Conan's been growing as a passion of mine. And I've even been thinking about doing some Conan art. And because, well, that's a whole other can of worms. He's someone who's also very encouraging, and in some ways he's been also encouraging that towards himself and towards me, because he's in some ways a very artistic person, and uh, he was for a time a bit of a starving artist, and he's been saying, well, you can't be afraid to ask for donations and whatnot, because you know you don't want to be a starving artist forever. So there is that. I find it very inspiring in a way that he's like, we have to learn to ask and not be ashamed to say thank you. This will get me through the month. I'll need more. And that's something that I've always been timid with. And yet and he found the courage to kind of say, all right, I do need some money over on Venmo and Subscribestar or Patreon or whatever that he's got. Um, I'm not paid up to his channel. I refuse to pay up to any more Patreon stuff um, until I finalize my contracts for the coming year and move to my new job. So, uh, yeah. So, anyways, great guy. He's boisterous once you get him going, and very fun. Go Texan, or go big or go home, or go Texan or go home. I think it is, but yeah, very smart. He's a bit of the Texan Red Book, except for Conan lore. And seriously, go check out his channel, subscribe to it, and just generally enjoy his content. I don't think there's a way to improve on it. He is the definitive Howard fan. So, also, don't forget to smash that like and that subscribe button, and have a great day.